T-series centre housing. Oil goes in, oil comes out. Now, as long as the oil going in does not exceed the oil going out, you don't have any problems. Now, what can cause a problem is if you've made your own gasket and you've partially blocked the hole. That can cause a problem. The other problem is if you've just had your engine rebuilt, if you just had a new oil pump fitted, a lot of the times you'll get a Chinese oil pump. Now, these Chinese oil pumps, they look good, they pump oil, but they're very poorly regulated, especially as far as pressure relief goes. So first thing of a morning when you start up, if you've got a Chinese oil pump pumping away madly with cold oil, the pressure the inlet pressure, the oil going into your inlet port, can exceed what the actual housing can get rid of as far as oil goes. So what happens then? You force oil past your seals. So it'll go into the exhaust side, or it can even go into the inlet side. So what will happen there, after about, say, 10-15 seconds of running, you'll start getting a little bit of smoke out of your exhaust, but there won't be a lot of smoke because the exhaust and the inlet's still too cold to actually burn the oil. But after about a minute or so, when the inlet warms up, the exhaust housing warms up, you'll start to smoke, and it can smoke real severe. So how do you get around this problem? Well, you can pull your oil pump out and put in a decent one, or you can buy a restrictor. Now, this is a American-made 65 thou restrictor, purpose-built for T-series Garretts. You just screw it into the top. Screws into the inlet where your oil fitting normally goes. Then you screw your oil fitting into there. Then that restricts the oil that's going into your turbo, especially on a cold start. The cold start is the issue. Too much oil, cold start, smoke out the exhaust. Happens all the time. If you have a look through YouTube videos, there's so many people having this problem. That restrictor will cure the problem. Now, I'll put a link in the description to where you buy these. They're sold in America. I've got one in my car. I've got one in a customer's car. Works perfectly. No more oil smoke, no problems with oiling your turbo.